Hey you guys, what's happening? I wanted to give old Eminem a couple minutes here. I know I got a couple Eminem videos, but he does have a lot of albums, and you know he's high up on the list, so we ought to give him that time. And critiquing, for real, I critique. I'm not a yes man. I don't know what you guys might have thought. I try to keep it positive, but I am not a yes man. Not my style, okay? Today I want to talk about Encore, Eminem's album from back in the day before he took off on us or whatever. You know, here's what happened. I didn't buy that album. I don't own Encore. Back in the day, I was at my house, and my buddy came by, and he had the CD, and he said, hey, I bought that Eminem album. And I was like, yeah, how's good is it? And he told me, it's okay. And I thought, he don't know what he's talking about. Give me that. And I put it in my laptop and played it right there on my laptop. And I agree with him. It was okay. Wasn't great. And look, I know, especially at that time, he was going through a lot of stuff, man. You know what I mean? Getting as big as you can get, getting in all the beef, getting in all the drugs, getting in all the legal issues, getting in all the drama, losing friends, you know. I'm not sure when Proof passed, but I think it was somewhere around then. I really can't recall, but it was either right before or right after that album. But, you know, as always, I try to give him the benefit of the doubt. And, you know, I'm not going to hate on it until I listen to it. But when I did listen to it, I just, you know, it was coming off the heels of Eminem show, which was liquid genius. And I felt like it was a little just more of the same, but not done as well. Like that Mosh Pit song or whatever, I mean, it was okay, I guess, and it had some political timing and reference, but I don't even know any other tracks on there, man. It wasn't an album that really spoke to me in any shape, form, or fashion. You know, I remember he had a cartoon with that. I think he had a couple more King Kniff skits or whatever, and I don't know. It was okay, but it wasn't the one to walk out on, you know? But maybe it was, I guess. If that's the best you're going to do at that point, then maybe it's a good move on and take a break. I remember that video he had about, you know, when I'm gone or whatever, and that was interesting, you know, because for one, he was pretty much telling y'all he's taking a hike, getting out of here. But two, he was like showing the beginning of Marshall coming back, because he had that video with like his regular old brown hair and all that. So I mean, you know, I never try to put down people's intention unless it's all out of whack, you know. But I don't think his intention was out of whack with that. I think it just wasn't a home run, and I think you know, really wasn't memorable at all. Like I said, I don't remember any tracks per se. Whereas on the Eminem show, there's tracks everywhere. Marshall Mathers LPs, tracks everywhere. You know, so I don't know. I don't know what you guys think about Encore, but I didn't like it at all when I heard it. And then I didn't even appreciate it until he was gone, and I was desperate for some Eminem. But I will admit, you know, a year later or so, 2 years, something like that, and he was gone, and, you know, my Marshall Mathers LP was already scratched and skipping because I burned it up. And then you got the Eminem show, it's been the same way, played it to death, so it's getting a little sketchy, but, I went back and I listened to the Encore, and the thing that I liked about it was just something else of his, you know. And maybe because I hadn't heard it a bunch, I was able to kind of dissect it a little bit more. but not my favorite. I think in the spectrum of things, is probably pretty close to the bottom. I don't know. Second or third to the last, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully it doesn't get any higher on the list. You know what I mean? But this is just a little reminder for all you kids out there. You know, some of y'all are fresh on his jock. Some of y'all gave up on him a long time ago. I never write the man off. I'm always going to tune in, see what he's got going on. I tell you what, you know, I do like the beats he does. I think that, you know, you can always tell when it's got some of his beat production in there. But it's like that song he did with Jay-Z, he did the song for Jay-Z, The Moment of Clarity off the Black album. That was a good beat, and he produced that, and you hear that sound kind of throughout the tracks that he produces, and I do like it. But I'm going to say, you know, Eminem, I think he never kind of got onto a bouncy track, and maybe that's his preference, but I feel like if there was like bouncy tracks peppered all through his repertoire, it'd be real hard to not give him the crown, you know? I say that, you know, and I'm over here trashing on his albums or whatever, but I'm talking because of sport, you know what I'm saying? I know I've made this analogy to my friends. I don't know if I've said it on tape or not, but Eminem is like hip-hop's Mayweather, okay? It's a technical fight. You know he's going to win, but it's not going to be quite as, you know, wild as some other fights, because he's going to stand there, be guarded, take his shots when he can, and then drive it home, and that's, you know, that's the deal. It's maintaining that crown and, you know, that championship belt or whatever. But I like to also compare him to Jay-Z, and I think that Jay-Z's tracks clearly put butts in the seat at the nightclub. And so, or I guess they get butts out of the seats is a better way to say it. But you know what I mean. His stuff has a little more bounce. It's a little more danceable. The ladies like it. And so, you know, it's just, it's not apples and apples. You gotta figure out what you're looking for there when you're thinking about it. But I think that lyrically and as far as, you know, sparring, he's a knockout. But when it comes to music and tracks, I think there's other options, you know. So anyway, I'm about to go and listen to the Eminem show, because that one will make up for everything that I might be feeling about Eminem. Really nothing left on the table for that album. So I'm gonna have to stream it though, because I burned up that CD a long time ago. You guys go out and find it if you want. You want to see the real Eminem, get that, and the LP1. I mean, you could go back to Infinite, but I don't even know where you can find that. So, anyhow, y'all have a good one.